Also at this time, if our youth milers have not checked in at the Boston Athletics Association tent, you can do so now. That's our 9 through 10 and 11 through 14 milers. If you have not checked in, please do so now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Adrian Martinez Classic. This is brought to you by Bay State Running, powered by Marathon Sports. I'm Ryan Moyer here on the call for you today. We're going to have our main commentaries today start at 6 p.m. with our high-performance races. Right now we're getting underway with the mixed 800-meter run of 8 and under. As you can see, the little ones getting ready on the start line. So again, we'll have the main commentary once again start at 6 p.m. for the high performance races. We have quite a layout for you today up until then. So from 4 to 6, we have 8 and under 800-meter run, and then we have all variety of ages going to be competing in the mile races, as well as a family 4x4 for the community events. So get ready for those, and again, I'll be back with you at 6 p.m. for the main commentary. This is, again, Bay State Running, powered by Marathon Sports.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the first official race, the party can now start. You got it. And that's what we are doing. Up, off, and on their way, 8 years old and under. Remember to pace yourself, guys. Don't go out too fast. It's 2 whole laps. That's going to catch up to you real quick. Okay. Julian, you remember being this tiny, this small, this little, this young, full of life?
Yes, I do, but I don't think I had much of an interest in running track and field then. It's so cool to see how the sport has grown and picked up so many young kids along the way.
I think everybody, well, for the most part, a lot of us runners, we started, you know, soccer players. That was the first thing. I played soccer my entire life, played basketball, and then when I got to the ripe old age of 13 or 14, when I was a freshman in high school, I got cut from pretty much both of those teams, and I decided to run. But I used to thank my soccer coach all the time for cutting me, because I found running and I loved it to death, and I'm so happy to still be a part of it all these years later.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't give up my years in distance running for anything. I actually was a sprinter when I was in high school, so very different world, and now I come and watch these distance races, and the longest I've gone on a track is a 10K, and by far, that's my favorite event.
Well, we're on the main straightaway now. Look at these youngsters. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's help them out. Put your hands together, make some noise. Again, the future of our sport is in great hands. On the main straightaway, taking the bell. One more lap around. Keep at it. Stay focused. Stay positive. Halfway down that back straightaway. Look at the burst of speed
in there. Yep, we're going to see some speed coming into this last 200.
That's right, half a lap remaining now. Digging deep, looking for that extra gear.
I still stand by the fact that the 800 is probably the hardest open race on the track.
Certainly one of them. That the 400 hurdles, the indoors, the 1,000. If I had to do it all over again, I'd be an 800-meter runner. I feel like those are real athletes right there. They got speed, they got power.
They are definitely real athletes. They've got the speed, endurance, power. They've got everything.
And here we go, down the final straightaway with less than 100 meters to go now.
Put your hands together. Let's will them to the finish line. Here we go.
Welcoming back our champions in style.
You're almost there. Here we go.
Picking up that pace. Breaking 4 minutes. Oh, 3:59. You guys are almost there. Look at those shades, styling. All right. 3 minutes, 59 seconds. Hey, I hope we see that time on the clock a few more times this afternoon.
I think we will.
So the next event on the track will be at 4:15. We'll have the boys and girls youth miles 9 and 10 and 11 and 14. Again, women's and men's open miles. This will also be your last call. Women's and men's masters miles 40 and up. It's your first call. Looks like we'll have a combined section there, men and women, for the masters miles. But again, boys and girls youth miles 9 and 10, 11 and 14. Women's and men's open miles, this is your last call. Women's and men's masters miles 40 and up, it's your first call. And here we go. And he's got a little helper. Helping out this youngster, Ellie St. Pierre from New Balance Boston. One of our featured runners later today, helping out this youngster across the line. Atta-way, buddy, all the way through. Yes! Job well done.
What a
Congratulations.
special moment.
Yeah, right? That's pretty special right there. Can't beat it.
Turn it up, cause it's getting heavy. Wild, wild, West Coast. These are the girls I love the most. I mean the ones, I mean like she's the one. Kiss her, touch her, squeeze her bones. The girl's afraid she drive a Jeep and live on the beach.
Unbelievable. Wow. What a very special guest. American record holder helping out this youngster across that finish line. Oh, it's his nephew. That's awesome. Even better. We will be doing award ceremonies for the top 3 in each of the races that we'll have. So if you happen to finish in the top 3, stick around or make your way right over to the awards area. Again, looking for the boys and girls youth miles 9 and 10 and 11 and 14. Please start making your way to the starting line now, please. Boys and girls youth miles 9 and 10-year-olds, 11 and 14-year-olds, 11 to 14-year-olds.
That tonight's gonna be a good night. I got a feeling. That tonight's gonna be
Come on, you at the start line.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's that night.
ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to Julianne in the awards for our first award ceremony of the evening. Julianne.
Thank you so much, Steve. Yes, we have the girls champion, Olive Harvey, first off.
Look at her climbing up there.
Congratulations, Olive. And then for our first, second, and third place for our boys, first we have Henry Buchanan. In second place, we have Elliot Lane. And then in third place, we have Charles Rainville. Congratulations to all of you. Great race.
Again, the first race, the first award ceremony, sponsored by Duncan. America runs on Duncan, and so did these little kids making their way around this 400-meter facility twice. My goodness. I hope that you guys get home and go right to bed. You're so tired. I hope your parents you're all tuckered out and they can have a nice evening. We're just a few minutes away from the next race. That'll take place at 4:15. Boys and girls youth miles, 9 and 10-year-olds, 11 and 14-year-olds, sponsored by Marathon Sports. Marathon Sports is here today selling all kinds of meat merch. So head on over to the Marathon Sports tent for all kinds of meat merch.
And I am lucky enough to coach one of the athletes in this heat, Blythe Anderson, wearing hip number 1.
On your mark.
So up, off, and on their way, our second race of the day, boys and girls. Girls youth miles, 9 and 10 years old. Boy, they're out quick too. Again, women's and men's open miles. This is your last call. Women's and men's masters miles, 40 and up, it's your first call. And we'll have a combined section for men and women in the masters miles. Main straightaway, the first lap coming through. We've got the Waltham Track Club leading the way. 1 minute, 16 seconds for the opening quarter.
Big clear. Big clear. Eyes right on her. Eyes up. Eyes up. There you go.
Waltham track leads the way with 2 to go.
One lap to go, one more time around.
Good job, Claire.
That's Conrad at 4:01:32 with a lap to go. Now heading down the back straightaway. Jaersgaard in second, came through with a lap to go at 4:07. Sullivan of Emerging Elites in third, came through with a lap to go at 4:19. Busson in fourth, Anderson in fifth. I like that. Anderson of the Keep Moving Cross Country Track and Field Club. I like that name. Rounding the far turn, coming into the main straightaway now with less than 100 meters to go is our leader.
And Waltham Track Club is going to take this one in like 5:19 just about.
That's Conrad breaking the tape, 5:19.79 unofficially for the win. Jaersgaard in second place. At 5:30.18.
And then Sullivan of Emerging Elites crossing the line. Persone. Half a lap to go. Here we go. Let's hear it for her. Come on, Blake. She crosses the line in around 6:55. Very nice effort, Blythe. Huh?
Next event on the track will be the men's and women's open miles. The women will run first. We'll go slow to fast. Looks like we'll have 3 or so sections. Again, men's and women's open miles. The women will run first, slow to fast. So looking for section 1 of the women's open mile. Please report to the start line now. Scholastic miles, this is your first call. We'll go girls, then boys. They'll so slow to fast. Women's and men's masters miles, this is your last call. Women's and men's masters miles, this is your last call.
Can I have my women youth milers report back, please, to the podium?
This is part of your cool down. Walking back and forth.
Like whenever there's no like that one.
All right, once again, up, off, and on their way. This is section 1. The women's open miles. Again, women's sections first, running slow to fast. Scholastic miles, this is your first call. Girls, then boys. We will go slow to fast. Women's and men's masters miles, this is your last call. have some order of events listed on site all over this venue. There's an order of events posted by the porta potties. There's an order of events posted by the clerking area or registration area. So please pay attention to the official order of events. Currently on the track right now, women's open miles. Women will run first. We will go slow to fast. Scholastic miles, this is your first call. We will go girls, then boys, slow to fast. Women's and men's masters miles, this is your last call. Last and final call, men's and women's masters miles, and we will run those two together. Minutes 48 seconds at the bell. We've got two athletes up front duking it out. Looks like we're going to have ourselves one heck of a final lap here. Round of the far turn coming into the main straightaway. Less than 100 meters to go now. From the Boston Athletic Association and Battle Road Track Club, the top two runners with the Greater Boston Track Club in third place. Nope, excuse me, a correction there. Yes, Greater Boston Track Club in third. And that was Highland from the Boston Athletic Association taking the win. 5 minutes flat, 0.88 seconds, so just missing that 5-minute barrier. Jen Lutz was second place for the Battle Road Track Club, 5:04.66. Rounding out the top three, Blodgett, 5:12.57. So we'll be looking to see if those times can stand up. Looks like we'll need those top three to please report to the award stand. Highland, Lutz, and Blodgett, please report to the awards, please. Dennis Shepard, please report to the announcer booth. Dennis Shepard to the announcer booth.
Dennis Shepard.
No 6, no 11, no 12.
On your mark.
Once again, a reminder to all athletes today that the official schedule of events is not what you might find online. The official schedule of events is posted on site by the porta potties and under a few different tents. Again, the official order of events, the time schedule is not correct online. So disregard, pay no attention to the online order of events.
That's the anthem, get your damn hands up. That's the anthem, get your damn hands up. Get your damn hands up.
We're gonna go to the awards now with Julianne. Julianne, take it away.
Thank you, Steve. In third place, I'm announcing the Women's Open Mile Awards. And we have in third place, representing Greater Boston Track Club, Bodgett Nora, or Nora Bodgett, sorry.
Nora, get up on that podium. Come on.
And in second place, we have Jennifer Lutz in 5:04:66, representing Battle Road Track Club. And then your winner today, Rachel Highland, representing BAA, in a time of 5 minutes and 0.88 seconds. Great job, ladies. Thank you so much for being here.
Once again, Scholastic Milers, this is your first call. Girls, then boys. We will be running slow to fast. Women's and men's Masters Miles, this is your last and final call.
Coming into the last 100.
.427.3 unofficially for the win. A fantastic duel. That final 100 meters, that final straightaway. Still welcoming back more finishers, the HFC. That's Hurtin' for Certain Track Club. It looks like we will have one more section of the men's open mile.
All right, guys on the outside, back up just a space. We'll do a walk-up start, okay? Thank you. On your marks.
Go, John. Come on, John.
They were looking up to the likes of you.
All right, seated section of the men's open mile. Here we go.
Bills and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar double round a crown and everybody's getting down in this town. Ain't never gonna be the same. 'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city. I make a lot of noise 'cause the girls they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old stuffy Roy and the girls say, "Save a horse, ride cowboy." Everybody said, "Save a horse, ride cowboy." Everybody said, "Save a horse."
And coming through the first lap and probably about a 63 here, all clustered together.
Don't give a dang about nothing. I'm singing and bling-blinging while the girls are drinking. Well, I'm next down, and I wouldn't trade old Leroy or my Chevrolet for your Escalade or your freak parade. I'm the only John Wayne left in this town, and I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city. I make a lot of noise 'cause the girls they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old stuffy Roy, and the girls say, "Save a horse, ride."
We're looking for the men's and women's Masters Milers. Please report to the starting line. Men's and women's Masters Milers, please report to the starting line. Back around again on the main straightaway. The seated section of the open mile. Hit number 1, our top seed, leading the way through 2 minutes and 8 seconds through the half mile. So we are very quick. Single file, well strung out, ensuring a quick and even pace as we head down the back straightaway now. A new leader at the bell. 3 minutes and 12 seconds. The top four starting to separate, opening up just a little bit of room. Now the top three starting to break away. Looks like we've got some all-American singlets up front now heading down the back straightaway. And again, we're looking for the men's and women's Masters milers to please report to the starting line. Men's and women's Masters milers, please report to the starting line.
Going into the last 200, it looks like we're going to have quite a race between the top 5 men in this race.
Magnus Manley, Charles Lovett, Tamrat Gavinas, John Mizanski, all up front right now on the main straightaway. Final strides towards the line, and we're side by side and stride for stride. A fantastic final push towards the line. And that's going to be a fantastic photo to read from our timers. Manley takes it 4 minutes 14.22 seconds to Lovett's 4:14.25 with Gavinas at 4:16.19. That's your top three. And those are the three that we will need to the awards area for the awards ceremony. Again, looking for the men's and women's Masters milers, please report. Men's and women's Masters milers, please report.
Well, not
Good luck.
All right, we're looking for the top three men in the open mile to please report to the awards area. On the track now, the men's and women's Masters mile. Sponsored by Middlesex Savings. Also looking for the Girls Scholastic Mile. This is your last call. Girls Scholastic Mile. This is your last call. In this section, we have Justin Maloney, David Westenberg, Alejandro Huck, Brad Kozel, Kevin Aliette, Jason Palutro, Christopher Leitz, Charlie Russo, Michael Decker, Brian Krautz, Matt Gross, Bill Newsham, Frank Bearsgard, Stephen Yankum Jr., David LaPierre, Jennifer Hegarty, Brian Hare, James Wilson, Stephen Pekakonis, and Jan Holmquist. main straightaway now. We've got Jan Holmquist wearing hip number 2 in the red singlet. She may be looking to add another American record to the list that she already owns. I believe Jen has to run right around 8 minutes and 30 seconds for the American record for the Masters 80-plus mile. I believe she's run a 5K faster than that pace, so I think that 8:30 U.S. record should go down. Our leader coming through the half mile in 2 minutes 27 seconds. So we're on sub 5 minute pace for our Masters. And we're going to go to the award stand, where we have the Open Men's Mile winners. Julianne, take it away.
Thank you, Steve. Announcing our men's 1 mile open winners. We have in third place Tamara Gravnos running 4:16.19. Our second place, Charles Lovett, running 4:14.25. And your winner today of the men's 1 mile run open is Magnus Manley, 14:14.22.
Taking the bell at 3 minutes 42 seconds, our leader. We're looking for the BAA, or the Boston Athletic Association Scholastic Milers, so please report to the starting line. Girls first. We'll be looking to run slow to fast. Again, the Boston Athletic Association Scholastic Miles. Please report to the starting line. And from the Boston Athletic Association, taking the win, 4 minutes 56.8 seconds unofficially. A fantastic run there. Again, we're looking for the Boston Athletic Association Scholastic Milers. Please report to the starting line. We'll run girls first, slow to fast. The Scholastic Miles, the next event. As we welcome back some more runners across the finish line. Keep that applause roaring. Coming up on that 6 minute barrier.
Nice saw, Mr. Crowns.
ladies and gentlemen, rounding the far turn, coming into the main straightaway, Jan Holmquist, a possible world record. She's got to dig deep. I believe she has to run under 7:35. Jan Holmquist, Masters 80+ world record. 7 minutes, 17.4 seconds unofficially for the win, or for that World Masters 80+ record. The Adrian Martinez Classic always delivers, and so does Jan Holmquist, adding an American and a world record to her already long list of American records. The next event on the track will be the BAA Scholastic Miles. We'll run girls first, slow to fast. And what a very special moment that was there, watching Jan come across that finish line. We do have a very special guest. It's our new world record holder at the finish line there, Julianne.
You are. No. I am not a world record holder. But I am standing here with our world record holder, Jan Holmquist. Tell us about, how did that feel?
I felt great. I don't do track very often. I never run in the evening. I'm afraid with the wind because I don't weigh very much to get into it. But the energy here, I've actually run here several times. Steve Lane knows that. I set a world record here when I was 71, and I used to train on this track, so it's very special to me. And I appreciate all the people yelling my name especially. That really makes a difference.
Before we started the interview, Jan and I were just talking about how special it is that she gets a chance to do that. If you wouldn't mind just talking about that again, I think it was really special.
About being, yeah. So, being 80 years old, you can imagine back in my high school and college days, there was no opportunities for women. And I did water ballet and nothing competitive. And so starting later in life, it's just, I hope everybody who's here is young. I hope you continue to do it. Anybody who's here and everybody's younger than I am, I hope you start to do it if you're not already doing it. Just get out, have fun, meet lots of like-minded people, and enjoy the energy.
Thank you so much. Congratulations again.
Some very inspiring words from Jan Holmquist there. And I hope you youngsters were paying attention, because it's your turn now. We're looking for the first section, Girls Scholastic Mile, sponsored by the Boston Athletic Association, who just unveiled their brand new logo. And they do have a tent over just outside the track, so you can peep that new logo. Lots of fantastic, interesting facts to go along with that logo. If you follow the BAA on Instagram, they had a great post a couple days ago on Global Running Day, nonetheless. A fitting day to release their brand new logo. Big thanks to the Boston Athletic Association for sponsoring these Scholastic Miles. We're also looking for Kevin Alliette, Brad Kozel, and Stephen Pekakonis to please report to the trailer, the timing trailer by the finish line. Once again, Kevin Alliette, Brad Kozel, and Stephen Pekakonis, please report to the timers trailer by the finish line.
On your mark.
Up, off, and on our way. Girls Scholastic Mile. Looks like we'll have 2 sections. For the boys Scholastic Mile, this is your last call. We're looking for all the boys competing in the Scholastic Mile. Please report to the infield. Boys Scholastic Mile, one of the larger fields of the day, looking to have like 5 or so sections. Main straightaway. Eight young ladies have towed the line, all looking for a title. Coming through at right around 1 minute and 20 seconds for the opening quarter mile.
It's kind of hard being Snoop D or Double G, but I somehow, some way keep coming up before each, like every single day. May I kick a little something for the team and make a few ends as I breathe. 2 in the morning and the party still jumping cause my mama ain't home. I got in the living room getting it on and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. I got a pocket full of to my homeboys do too. So turn off the lights and close the door. But for what we don't know. So we gon' bounce to it, cheese up, like a bounce to it.
This is section 1 of the girls' Scholastic Mile, now down the back straightaway. The top 2 starting to break away. And again, the girls' Scholastic, or the Scholastic Miles, sponsored by the Boston Athletic Association. They were here earlier today to dress this place up nice.
Happens all the time. You gotta get yours before I gotta get mine. Everything is fine when you're listening to the D.O.G. I got the cultivating music that be captivating me. Who listens to the words that I speak as I take me a drink to the middle of the street. Get to Mac into the bitch named Shay. She used to be the homeboy's lady. Alright, 80 degrees when I tell her, please raise up all these keys, cause you get none of these at ease. As I rock with the dog, now feel the breeze. Some shit down the street, smoking down. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
The Bell Lab at 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Looking to dip under 5 minutes and 20 seconds. It looks like our leader has picked up that pace. straightaway for her final strides towards the line, taking the Adrian Martinez Scholastic Mile, presented by the Boston Athletic Association, in 5 minutes and 8.8 seconds unofficially for the win. A fantastic run. Second place coming across that line in 5 minutes and 15 seconds. And here come a pair of the emerging elites across the line, 5:23. And a whole slew of them coming through in 5 minutes and 28 seconds. Age group division. Women's 60 plus and men's 60 plus. We're looking for all of our masters in so many different age categories. We'll look at the top 3. Please report to the awards area. The 59 and 60 plus. All those masters in that age group categories, please report to the awards area. As we go now to section 2, the seated section of the girls' Scholastic Mile, sponsored by the Boston Athletic Association.
On your mark.
Again, we are looking for all masters age groups, places 1 through 3 at the award podium. That is all masters age groups, places 1 through 3 at the award podium.
We're looking for Jason Palutro. We're looking for Brad Kozel. We're looking for Jen Hegarty. We're looking for Brian Krauntz, Michael Decker. We're looking for Jan Holmquist. We're looking for David LaPierre and James Wilson. Please report to the award stand, please. All those that I just called, please report to the awards.
All right.
For those of you who have already competed, and if you've run a personal best, if you've been an award winner.
Jen Haggerty, if you are here, can you please report to the awards podium? Jen Haggerty, if you are here, please report to the awards podium.
Or if you've just had a good old-fashioned time, no better way to commemorate that than by heading over to the Marathon Sports Tent, picking up some nice meat merch. I know it's pretty warm now, but soon that sun will go down, the temperatures will cool off. No better way to head on over and get yourself the softest fleece-lined hoodie that I have ever felt. We've got a couple guys over there, AJ and Adam, pressing all kinds of great meat merch right here for you. All courtesy of the fine people at Marathon Sports. It looks like we have an emerging elite party happening down the back straightaway. The top 3 ladies, all wearing that black and orange singlet. Hey, it looks like we've got an award ceremony here. Julianne, take it away.
Announcing our men's 40 to 49 1-mile run masters. In third place, we have Brad Kozel with a time of 5:23:05. In second place, Kevin Allett with a time of 5:05:76. And your winner in this age category is Justin Maloney with a time of 4:55:93.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bell lap at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. We're going to try and dip under that 5-minute barrier.
And our next age group in the Masters Mile, our men's 50 to 59 1-mile run masters. And your results, Michael Decker running a 5:46:87 for third place. Brian Krausel running a 5:34:53, good for second place. And Alejandro Herrick running a 5:16:21.
Far turn, main straightaway. Final strides towards the line. Ladies and gentlemen, let's help bring them home. A great race on the final straightaway. Our Scholastic milers. And we're going to have a fantastic photo finish towards the line. Both of these young ladies dipping under 5 minutes. That's Shovlin of Cambridge Ridge and Latin getting up for third. Now these Scholastic milers are absolutely rolling through this line.
I want to take one more moment to congratulate our world record holder, Jane Holmquist over here. She scored the world record today for the 80-plus mile, running a time of 7:17:19. Go ahead, Sebo.
On your marks.
Go, Tyler.
And our last Masters age group, men 60 plus. Your top 3, James Wilson, good enough for third in 6:42:54. In second, Stephen Yakum in 6:13:99. And then your winner in the 60 plus age group is David Lapierre, 5:57:52.
track now, section 1 of the boys Scholastic Mile, sponsored by the Boston Athletic Association.
Can I have my girls Scholastic Milers please report to the awards podium? My girls Scholastic Milers please report to the awards podium. That's the top 3, please.
Hey, Tyler, nice job.
At this time, I would like to announce your girls Scholastic Mile top 3. In 3rd place, we have Aoife Schoblin with a time of 5:01:65. In 2nd place, we have Dana LaHer with a time of 4:55:09. And then your winner today, Emmy O'Donnell of Emerging Elites with a time of 4:54:96. Congratulations, ladies.
Bell lap for section 1 of the Scholastic Mile.
That's it, Tyler. Good job. When you get to the tennis courts, go hard.
Main straightaway, section 1 of the boys Scholastic Mile. Breaking the tape when they come across that line. Who doesn't love to do that? Throw those hands up in the air. Yeah. 4 minutes 54 seconds for the win. The top 3 breaking that 5-minute barrier.
Should I stay or should I go? If you say that you are mine, I'll be here till the end of time. So you've got to let me know. What y'all doing? Should I stay or should I go? It's always tease, tease, tease. You're happy when I'm on my knees. One day is fine and next is black. So you want me off your back. come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go? If I go, there will be trouble. And if I stay, it will be double. So come on, let me know. You don't want me simple. Exactly who I'm supposed to be. Don't you know which clothes fit me? Come on and let me know. Should I cool it or should I blow?
Oh, nearby doesn't have an audio.
No, I don't think so.
Hey, Jacob! Hey, Kramer!
We got Zoe voting right in here.
As our second heat of the boys Scholastic High School Mile goes off, if your family is looking to compete in the family 4x4, please check in at the BAA tent. Again, if your family is looking to compete in the 4x4 relay, please check in at the BAA tent.
You know, I signed up for this, but like I started my rest, so I like not racing.
Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now?
This is Zoe. Zoe just ran. What?
If I stay, it will be double. So you gotta let me know. Should I cool
Pace PR right now is 450, so they can break that.
Should I stay or should I go now? If I go, there will be trouble.
So he was in the infield last time I saw her, but that was like 10 minutes ago. I'll never see his name. What? What? Oh yeah, that's nice.
Still really all clustered together going here through halfway in like 2:26.
What? Oh, is Luke in here? Oh, I didn't see. Oh, even I can't even see who it is on this. That's sick. Oh, he just got passed. Yeah, 44, I think.
So they went through in like
226?
You had a good
Yeah, thanks. This would have been fun to race. I want to race it this year. I've been wearing the cross country one. They're super good.
another finish line in sight. Section 2, Boys Scholastic Mile, sponsored by the Boston Athletic Association. 4 minutes, 45.3 seconds unofficially for the win. A fantastic race.
Oh, Brady Quayle's on that team too.
Another reminder or call for the Family 4x4s, another one of my favorite featured events at the Adrian Martinez Classic, those Family 4x4s. Please make sure that you have checked in, picked up your hip number, your lane assignment.
I think I've been in this heat.
That event will start at 5:50. So we have just about 20 minutes to go for those Family 4x4s. And then at 6 p.m., we'll be rolling into those high performance sections. Men's 800, women's 800, men's 5,000, men's 1,500, women's 5,000, and women's 1,500. World-class athletes. Just a few moments away.
Oh, there is a faster heat? Oh.
We'll go down to section 3 of the Boys Scholastic Mile.
I don't think either of us are winning this. You ran what?
I ran 4:25.
Okay, so maybe. I'm at 4:32 right now, so I probably wouldn't win this one.
I don't think I'm winning this one.
That Middlesex guy, he trains other track all the time. I've never seen him race.
On your mark.
So I'm with Cape said so, but the marathon guy didn't say anything.
Maybe the paid might just like give you money.
Oh, really? Oh, somehow this guy's maintaining his lead.
signaling 1 lap to go. The top 3. Looks like we have some family 4x4s practicing their exchanges on the infield. Another reminder for all those families here. One of my favorite events of the evening, the family 4x4. You can head on over to the Boston Athletic Association 10, grab your hip number, your lane assignments, and then head on into the infield. We have just a few more boys Scholastic miles left before we get to the family 4x4. And then we will head into the high performance section of the meet. And here we go, far turn main straightaway, less than 100 meters to go now. So many times today we've seen that singlet, and we've seen that kit break the tape. The emerging elites victorious once again, breaking the tape. Adrian Martinez Classic Scholastic Mile, sponsored by the Boston Athletic Association.
We both would have won. Like 35, I think.
A very close race in section 3.
I think the fastest coming up. Or no, it's 2 more. It might be 2 more.
It says like the PR. It says like the PR. Like, out of there.
What? Oh, it's 4 to 5? Oh, just not repeat after? Oh, okay.
Wait, we have to like.
They told me there's 5. Okay. Thanks.
On your mark.
Oh yeah.
Go, Brendan Nolan!
That you could actually step the Jesus without
On the track now, section 4 of 5, the boys Scholastic Mile, sponsored by the Boston Athletic Association. We just got word that the BAA has an intern in this race.
Let's go, Brendan Nolan!
72 seconds for the opening quarter. shorts, the Stars and Stripes, victorious here in Section 4. That's the kind of finish line photo we like to see. Look at all that enthusiasm coming across that line.
I wasn't safe in this one. Yeah, but this is a faster. You would have been safe. I would have been safe. What do you like this time? 432. But there was a faster. Yeah. Oh, he's here? No, isn't Jacob the older one? Yeah, but that's Daniel.
I believe this is the seated section of the Scholastic Mile.
Oh, and Anthony Cronin.
Yeah.
Maybe. That was the guy. Yeah. You think it's a little bit different than all
Alright, slide all the way in, guys, to the left, all the way in.
Where's the Bronstein? Which one's the Bronstein? I don't see him. It's not number 4, right? No, he looks unlike him though. Oh, okay.
I think Anthony Cronin.
Yeah, Anthony Cronin. He's like a low 420s now. I think so.
He's running for, where is he running?
I don't know.
On your mark.
Why did they switch
All right, seated section, boys, Scholastic Mile. And some bumping and grinding going on right after the start. And look at that, going from the back of the pack back to the front of the pack. Our leader. A very hard turn. Final call for the family 4x4. Final call, family 4x4. Once again, final call, family 4x4. Please report to the infield now. Final call, family 4x4. Please report to the infield now.
Like she's the one. Kiss her, touch her, squeeze her bones. Girl's afraid she trying to I'm okay. I love the bay, just like I love LA, Venice Beach, and Palm Springs. Summertime is everything. Homeboys.
Some of New England's finest have towed the line, coming through an opening quarter in 63 seconds, and a tightly bunched group. Everybody still intact, single file. Again, ensuring a quick, fast, even pace as we head down the back straightaway now. St. Clair from Danbury, Jeffers of Danbury, Heinrich from Marshfield, Young of Old Rochester, Aiden Nelson, Comiskey of Danbury, Cronin from Acton Boxborough, Finney of Middleborough, McInerney, Kay of Somerville, Clobber from the Emerging Elites, Malowitz of the Emerging Elites, and Moreau from the Emerging Elites. And they're back around again on the main straightaway.
Coming through halfway in about 2:10 actually for our leader.
Heinrich of Marshfield in second place. Jeffers of Danbury, our leader. 2 minutes 10.5 seconds through the half mile. Fighting that wind down the back straightaway. But about 600 meters to go. Main straightaway, completing the penultimate lap. Jeffers, Heinrich, St. Clair, Nelson, Young, Cronin, Alvarado. Hitting 3/4 of a mile in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. One more lap to go. A star-studded seated section of the boys' Scholastic Mile. Rounding that far turn, coming into the main straightaway, less than 100 meters to go now. A fantastic final lap being put down now. And it's Heinrich of Marshfield swinging out wide to challenge on the outside. Cronin in second. Heinrich will win 4 minutes 18.9 seconds unofficially. Cronin in second place. And I believe that was Jeffers of Danbury in third. And we are going to need those top three to report to the award stand. Again, the top three, please report to the award stand. In just a few minutes, we'll go to our family 4x4, one of our favorite events here at the Adrian Martinez Classic. When you talk about community, there's no better event that showcases just that than the family 4x4. And then I encourage you all to stick around because we have some of the finest athletes in the world that will soon be towing the line in our high performance division. We have races from the 800 all the way up to the 5K. The great 1500 sprinkled in between.
First runners, come on out. Come on, don't be shy.
Looking for the lead-off legs in the family 4x4. A very important job. You're representing your family.
We're going to go in order though. So number one, look at the number on your chest.
Zach asking us all to do some math now, you know. Carry the 4, divide by pi.
Yep. All right, that it? Okay. And number one, with the water bottle. Gonna wait for number 2 to get out there. So no. Okay, go. On your mark.
Up, off, and away we go. And did you see lane 1? He was digging in. He was digging in his foot for a good push-off. Bragging rights on the line for the car ride home, the family 4x4. First leg, the first exchange. Look at the little ones burning up the track now. A smooth handoff right there. That's textbook.
My top 3 boys in the high school Scholastic Mile, can you please report to the awards area? Again, top 3 boys in the Scholastic High School Mile, can you please report to the awards area?
Last mile fast? What? Was the last mile fast? Yeah, I feel like 4:18 winner. Oh, really? Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Second exchange. On the track.
We got a crown.
Oh, we've got someone has to tie their shoe.
5K. Crown's twin 5K. 5K? I mean not 5K. 4x4. What was I talking about?
Halfway through the family 4x4, our leaders coming through under 2 minutes. This could be a new meet record.
And Brendan Katzen. I really hope so. So they got Liam closing, so that's good. Alex is catching up to Brendan. It's a little worse. But I think Brendan's gaining on Aaron a little bit. Okay, that's good.
Looking for Marshfield's Heinrich. Please report to the award stand, and the Acton Boxborough athlete. Please report to the awards. Our top 3 boys Scholastic runners, please report to the awards stand. Top 3 boys Scholastic, please report to the awards.
Gaining on Peter. Yeah. Lost that, right? Yeah. They're going pretty fast.
Main straightaway. Our family 4x4 champions. Will they break 4 minutes?
Oh, look at that.
Of course they will. This has got to be a new meet record for the Martinez Classic family 4x4. 3:48.7 unofficially for the win. Second place just a stride behind. And ladies and gentlemen, making that far turn onto the main straightaway. Look who it is. Our very good friend Laura Green. Does this leg count for 2 legs? I think this leg counts for 2. Handing off to the anchor for the Green family. Laura, you ran that way more aggressive than I thought you were. Good for you. We're going to go to the award stand for the Boys Scholastic Mile, sponsored by the Boston Athletic Association. Julianne, who we got over there?
Thank you, Steve. In our boys Scholastic 1 mile run, in 3rd place, we have Kyle Jeffers of Danbury running a 4:22.02. Our 2nd place athlete from Acton Boxborough, Anthony Cronin, in a time of 4:19.05. And your winner today in the boys 1 mile run is Marshfield native Graham Heinrich in a time of 4:18.64.
I have no idea. What was his name? Graham something. I don't know. I have no idea.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you all so much for coming out. My name is Stephen Lane. I'm the meet director for the Adrian Martinez Classic. And mostly I want to say thank you for being a part of this. It's a beautiful evening for a meet. And above all, I want to introduce you to the godfather of this meet. Angel Martinez is here. He'd like to say a few words to you. So here you go, Angel.
Thank you, Steve. Let's have a hand for Steve and the entire crew that puts this meet on. I think they do a wonderful job. Really fantastic. Thank you. This meet is in memory of our son Adrian, who he loved the mile. He ran for Concord Carlisle and Williams College. And this is exactly in the spirit of Adrian. He loved the camaraderie of running. He loved to be with his friends. He loved to help people as much as he could do their best performances. And that's what we're celebrating here. The whole idea of having fun in an athletic event, being with people you love to be with, and enjoying each other's company. And then rooting everybody on. So thank you all for coming. Really, it's a wonderful thing to have this meet go on every year. It's truly a blessing to have Steve and the entire crew put it on in Adrian's memory. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody. This is Bay State Running, powered by Marathon Sports, coming to you live from the 2024 Adrian Martinez Classic down here in Concord, Massachusetts, by the wonderful Emerson Playground. The playground's just a bit far to my right here off the first curve. Just been watching all of the community sections of the events today. Now coming to you with some commentary here for the high performance sections. Some of the best competition that you're going to see today. Starting off with the men's 800 meters.
Thank you guys
with
so much for sticking around.
two sections. Again, starting right at 6 o'clock. Also introduce myself. I'm Ryan Moyer here with you on the call today.
Emerson Field in Concord, Mass. Celebrating the 15th
and here we have
anniversary of the
one of the
Martinez
feature
Classic.
athletes of the day will be Ellie St. Pierre, who is an Olympic athlete from the 2020 Olympics, competing from the 1500 meters. She'll be competing today in the 800. If I remember correctly, she was also an 11-time All-American for the University of New Hampshire. And she also came in top 10 in the Olympics for the 1500 meters. So there will be an exciting run there for the women's 800 meters, which will be followed by the men's. So again, we are going to be starting off with the men's for the high performance section today. So we'll be reading off that list here. So we have Hazem Miawad from Empire Elite. We have Zaylin Nelson from Empire Elite. We have Patrick Forrest from Garden State Track Club. We have Luis Peralta of Central Park Track Club. We have Clay Pender of Atlanta Track Club. Shane Strike from Atlanta Track Club. We have Benjamin Allen from Empire Elite. And Kenton Bachman of Empire Elite. And those are your 9 runners in this first section of the men's 800. We'll have 2 heats. To start out, there was a wonderful comment by our wonderful PA announcer, Steve, who has been in the center of the field, as you've seen. Just talking about during the 8 and under 800 meter run early to start the meet. Mentioned how 800 runners are one of the toughest, as they have to have all the speed and endurance all in one. So we'll look to see the best of the best in that field here starting now. We are underway with the first section of the men's 800 in the high performance section of events.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The high performance division of the Adrian Martinez Classic officially underway here in lane 1 from the Central Park Track Club.
So again, it's Miawad in 1, Nelson in 2, Forrest in 3, Peralta in 4, Pender in 5, Strike in 6, Allen in 7, and Bachman in 9. Well, there were only 8 lanes on the track. That was their hip numbers that they were given.
In Connecticut and will attend Princeton in the fall.
So look to see what their first split is going to be through the first 400. Looks like they're coming out pretty quick here.
Then Jillian Faulkner of the Central Park Track Club. Oh, sorry, I messed that up. Leon Rohr of the Battle Road Track Club. He represents.
So up front, going through at about 53-54
from the Central Park Track Club
through the first 400.
Central Park Track Club. Russell Dinkins running unattached.
Also, we'll mention that this event is brought to you by Wellness in Motion Boston.
Champion. He was the U.S. #1 high school mile.
Definitely have to take a quick thank you to all of our sponsors today,
Classic back in the day.
as we've had multiple sponsors
and Ethan
of each event. So Peralta went through first in 53.11, followed by Allen in 53.20, and Miawad in 53.40.
Our high performance division here of the Adrian Martinez Classic. Less than 100 meters to go now.
So now counting down, less than 100 to go.
Two-time All-American while at Princeton, grinding his way to that finish line.
So now coming down through 1:48 is going to be the unofficial time.
Dinkins opening things up, coming in hot.
Dinkins winning, so it's going to be Strike 148.12, Miawad 149.19, Nelson 149.39, Allen 150.53, Peralta 151.63, and Pender 152.50. Forrest 154.29.
The seated section will be on the track now.
And now we'll have
running up to us. So
coming up to the seated section of the men's 800 meters.
Egypt in the 800 from Empire Elite. Give it up for Hazem Miawad.
Then the time coming into this heat is 1:48. That was the top time in the unseated section.
Empire Elite, Alan Nelson.
A 3-time ACC champion, a 2-time
As we can see, we can
Virginia Tech from the Garden.
Down the straightaway we have
The Dominican Republic national record holder in the 1,000 meter and the 800, representing Central Park Track Club, Luis Porreta.
SEC bronze medalist in 2022 in the 800, running for Georgia, second-team All-American from the Atlanta Track Club, Clay Pender.
Oh, looks like we might have had an error on our end.
Hip number 4.
So
Rice, a American record holder.
looks like it was Dinkins who won that heat in 1:48.
Also an all Big Ten runner at Minnesota.
So I'll have to reverse that. So Dinkins won in 1:48. That heat that had the names of the current second seeded heat for the men's 800. So that was a mistake on my end. My apologies.
Tip number 6, a 5-time All-ACC out of Virginia and Wake Forest University, representing Empire Elite, Kenton Backman.
Our pacer today, Torrin Caesar, assigned to be coming through in 51.5 seconds.
So it looks like we'll have 9 runners here for this second heat. waiting here to set up. So far today, it's been a beautiful sunny day with quite a bit of wind. Had our equipment here on the broadcast get blown away. That's how strong it's been, and luckily our tent has not flown off as well. So call that a successful day on our part for sure. But definitely, again, my first time here at this wonderful meet, and the community events were, again, some of the best to watch, as those unusual age groups to see from a usual high school or collegiate track meet that I have usually been to. Seeing the 9 to 14 age bracket in the mile, the 8 and under in the 800, the masters in the mile as well. So great to see those, and what a wonderful event to start out with those community events. And now we move on to the best of the best, once again, the high performance section, as we await for the start of the men's 800 meters. Here we go for the first command. And they're underway for the start.
The inside out Miawad of Empire Elite.
Again, they're starting lanes with the cut in on the far side. So just a one-turn stagger.
Bachman from Empire Elite. And our pacer, Torin Caesar, scheduled to take him through in 51.5 seconds.
So pacer is supposedly taking them through in 51.5.
Massive headwind.
Pacer looks to be well far out right now. But the chase pack is
back around again on the main street.
Cutting in here right away.
Let's help him out.
As you can hear on microphone, the wind is kicking in on this straightaway. So here we are at about 51:52. He'll come off the track.
Miawad of Empire Elite, the 2023 national champion for Egypt in the 800 meters.
So Miawad, if you could not hear, was the 2023 Egypt champion in the 800. So now see the group bunching up here. Looks to be Allen up at the front for this heat. Again, wind picking up very strong, kicking in the last 100 meters, coming in from the outside. Coming into the tape, that looks to be Allen, who's going to be taking this. About 146, 147. Again, Dinkins in the first heat, winning his heat in 148.
It is a fantastic time.
So waiting for the official time here, about, again, 146, 147 unofficially for Allen. Still away here, but one incredible 800s to start out. Both winners going under 150.
In just a moment, we'll talk with our 800-meter champion.
So it looks like we'll also be having a few interviews right in front of the field there before we get underway with some of the other events. So we'll cut to those whenever those start. We're looking for, looks to be to interview Allen after that 800. We're still waiting on the official result. Here we go. So we have, can't pull it up on the live stream, but here we have Allen winning 146.62, Strike 146.91, Nelson 147.41, Forrest 148.15, Pender 148.19, Miawad 148.93, Peralta 149.26, and Bachman 151.21 to round out that final section of the men's 800-meter run.
Do you have any aches, pains, injuries?
Or in this case, it should be really call a dash.
Your friends at Wellness in Motion.
Allen going through in about 54.20, with their pacer coming through at about 51.52. And again, we'll be now moving on to definitely going to be one of the highlights of today, with St. Pierre going to be running the 800 coming up, again with the track club New Balance Boston. Also alongside her from New Balance Boston will be Heather McLean, Emily McKay, and Kate Mitchell in her heat. And again, that will be starting promptly at about 6:15 p.m. for the women's 800 meters. So we'll take a quick break here to gear up for that. So don't go anywhere. You're watching Bay State Running, powered by Marathon Sports, here at the 2024 Adrian Classic. We'll be right back.
Next over the track, B section, women's 800 meter run. From Atlanta, NYC, Emily Richards. From the Battle Road Track Club, Amy Piccolo. From the Battle Road Track Club, Elise Lambert. From the Central Park Track Club, Caitlin Ryan. Running unattached is Lizzie Martell. From Puma Elite, Danny Aragon. From the Atlanta Track Club, Rachel Walters. From Nike, Michaela Meyer. From the Atlanta Track Club, Presley Weems. And pacing today, Armor Conradi. Scheduled to take the field through in 59 seconds. And we'll talk more about these athletes after the gun. We're looking for the top 3 men in that 800 to please report to the awards area. Top 3 men in the 800, please report to the awards.
Welcome back. You're watching Bay State Running, powered by Marathon Sports. We are now getting ready for the women's 800 meters. Trying to wait for confirmation and make sure you know which heat we're looking at here. So we have
on your mark.
So we are for the start of the women's 800, and we are underway for a clean start.
Of the women's 800. We talked briefly about how talented these fields are. Lane 1 2021. We have Emily Richards from Atlanta, NYC, a 9-time
So it looks to be on the live results, the heats are switched, so if you are looking at any of the results. So we have Emily Richards in 1, Amy Piccolo in 2, Elise Lambert in 3, Caitlin Ryan in 4,
school record holder at Northeastern.
Lizzie Martell in 5, Danny Aragon in 6, Rachel Walters in 7, Michaela Meyer in 8, and Presley Weems in 10.
At Notre Dame. Lizzie Martell running unattached, 3-time America East champion. Danny Aragon from
Martell is a 3-time America East champion running unattached, so she'll be someone to watch in this heat. She's coming through at about 57 through her seat. Again, Martell leading the way right here.
To go. Our pacer, Amor Conradi, scheduled to take them through in 59 points. She's done her job and done her job well. Back straightaway now.
So Martell getting past here. She's coming off the track.
Runners breaking away.
So you have 2 runners breaking away here, coming up with about 200 meters to go. About 128 through 600. And that looks to be Meyer leading the way of Nike.
Coming into the main straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, let's help bring them home.
So Meyer again still leading the way.
Deep looking for that extra gear to get themselves.
Trying to find the gear. Looks like she's got a chaser on her inside.
Michaela Meyer. The NCAA
It's going to be Meyer.
Meters in 2021. She was 4th in the Olympic trials. Victorious today.
NCAA champion coming in at about 2:02, 2:01 is going to be the unofficial time here for Meyer.
And I believe we have our men's winner from the 800 there with Julianne. Julianne, how are we doing over there?
We'll have a quick moment here. We're going to go over to the interview for Ben Allen.
800 times today. Can you just tell us a little bit about that race and how it felt?
Yeah, it felt pretty good. Goal was just to go out and kick with 300 meters to go and to kind of test myself and see where I was at going into the trial. So I'm really happy where I'm at so far.
You're heading out to the trials. Do you know what you're racing out there?
I'll race the 1500 and then I'll come back with the 800. So that's the plan.
Awesome. We wish you the best of luck in this Olympic year. Thank you so much. Good luck in the rest of tonight as well.
That's right. I think he has double duty as a pacer later today, so we haven't seen the last of him. Next event on the track, the seated section women's 800.
It's a wonderful interview with Allen there. So there you have on your screen the official results of that first section. Meyer once again winning that heat.
Olympic developed 800-meter champion in April. First team All-American while at Campbell. Welcome Dorcas Ewoy. From Nike Melbourne Track Club, a 5-time All-American at Ole Miss in Oregon. USATF finalist in 2022. Brooke
and now we will wait and hear the introductions for
number 3, Tia Shelby of Under Armour Mission Run 108.
Steve Ewoy of
There's a 3-time
Puma Elite, Felder Meyer of Nike Melbourne Track Club, Shelby of Under Armour, McLean of New Balance Boston, Mitchell of New Balance Boston, St. Pierre of New Balance Boston, McKay of New Balance Boston, and Schlechtenhofen of Nike to be coming up in this second heat.
From New Balance Boston, ladies and gentlemen, world indoor gold medalist and American record holder at 3,000 meters. From New Balance Boston, Ellie St. Pierre.
Ellie St. Pierre, as you could have heard over by the PA, one of the top runners here today. As I mentioned, she was an Olympic runner, getting top 10 in the 1500. She's gotten multiple American records in her time, as well as 11-time All-American for the University of New Hampshire.
And pacing today, Bethany DeLoof will take these ladies through in 57.5
She'll be rocking her classic sunglasses among the field. As we get ready for, again, one of the best races you'll see today with the women's 800 meters.
One turn, it's gonna be in that corner.
Again, we have to be all 9 runners here. Look to see who our pacer is for the day. We are underway of the women's second heat, the seated heat.
2 world medalists are on the track right here, ladies and gentlemen.
It looks to be New Balance Boston just
Ellie St. Pierre from New Balance Boston
taking it ahead.
Was the women's gold medalist at 3,000 meters, setting the American record.
Her American record was in the 3,000 meters.
From New Balance
You
Boston,
did not hear from Steve.
In the 1,500.
Steve will have all of our facts for the day.
Are sitting 1, 2, 3, and 4 right now. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's help them out.
So again, New Balance Boston is leading the way with all 4 of the runners up front. That's McKay, St. Pierre, Mitchell, and McLean, all up front. 57 through the first 400.
7.5 seconds is what they get.
Pacer stepping off the track.
McLean now taking over pacing duties as she heads down the
McLean is up front, followed by St. Pierre.
In second. McKay
and
third.
McKay in third. McKay looking to make a move on St. Pierre, right on her shoulder, but McLean still have sizable gap. McKay taking over.
McKay making big moves
in front of St. Pierre, now behind McKay.
200 meters to go.
It looks like we're gonna have quite a duel between the teammates of Heather McLean.
It's gonna be
McKay coming off that
McLean and
back third.
McKay are gonna be battling it out, coming down the straightaway.
McKay.
St. Pierre not behind.
McKay on the outside.
McKay moved on the outside. She's making a move to take this.
Elite trying to get there, but no one's
gonna get under 2 minutes 1:58.
0 unofficially for the win.
Unofficially for McKay to win that heat. He went through in 57.
Monster meet record from McKay.
And it will be set by a meet record on the day. And again, McKay will get under 158, 157.87.
The New Balance Boston girls absolutely delivered here today.
Aurora gets second, 158.58. McLean, 158.77. Schlechtenhofen, 159.97. Mitchell, 201.13. And St. Pierre, 201.18 to round out the 800 meters for the day. And the girls' second heat. No, the women's second heat, excuse me. And that'll do it once again for the 800 meters, as we'll quickly move on to the men's 5K. Have a pretty slim race here with only, looks to be 8 runners here on the live stats. And we'll introduce those runners. We'll take a quick moment. The race is set to start at 6:30 p.m., so in about 6 minutes. So we'll be back then. So don't go anywhere. You're watching Bay State Running, powered by Marathon Sports. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
With Julianne right now.
Is a big PB for you.
Yeah, big PR. Super happy.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about what summer training has been like for you this summer going into the Olympic year?
Yeah, it's been going really well. I feel like the whole team had a really good stint at altitude and Flagstaff this spring, and I think all of us are really strong and in a great place right now. So we've all just been having a lot of fun training together, and yeah, we get stronger and stronger every day.
I'm sure you're looking forward to heading out to Eugene in a few weeks. What are you most looking forward to as the Olympic trials come up?
I don't know. I guess I'm most looking forward to just my first experience at the Olympic trials, and I feel very thankful to be in like where I'm at heading into it. I feel very confident, and yeah, I'm just super excited. The whole team's in a really good spot right now, so.
Thank you so much, Emily. Again, congratulations, and we can't wait to see what you'll do the rest of this summer.
Hugs all around. The majority of those young ladies all setting personal bests and are very excited going into the Olympic trials in just a few weeks. And we are looking for the top three. Please report to the awards. Top three to the awards.
I'm going to announce your top three in the women's 800-meter run for tonight. Taking third, our New Balance Boston athlete, Heather McLean. Taking second from Puma Elite in a time of 1:58.58, Dorcas Ewa. And your winner tonight from New Balance Boston, posting a new PB and a meet record in a time of 1:57.87, Emily McKay.
World medalists, Olympians, and they're setting personal bests in this wind. Oh my goodness. The future is going to be very bright for these young ladies. Next event on the track will be the men's 5,000 meter run. The meet record is 13 minutes 20.31 seconds. The Olympic trials A standard 13:25. The Olympic standard 13:05. We will have a pacer that will come through 3,000 meters right around 8:05 to 8:10 pace. We'll go through that field after the gun.
You ever need you need to go to the bathroom? No, I went to the bathroom right before. Okay, good. I always forgot. Should be fine. But yeah, thanks. Like 2 hours. It's not too boring. It's just the fun. No, I wanted to watch the races anyway. Yeah. See, you gotta plan to do. Yeah. I've been running around. I find like wrestling photography, football photography, stuff like that really easy. But there's something about track where it's just like, I don't know, people are moving fast. It's actually really hard to get right. I'm talking 800 must be.
Again, I want to give a big shout out and a thanks to all of our sponsors that we've had today. Duncan, America runs on Duncan. Marathon Sports is here, selling all kinds of meat merch. You can head on over to the Marathon Sports tent. Runners, walkers, fitness enthusiasts. Everybody knows about that Right Fit shoe process. Head on over to any of our fine locations. Experience that Right Fit process. No appointments are necessary, and that Right Fit process is completely free of charge. For more information, visit marathonsports.com. Big shout out to Wellness in Motion, the very best, keeping us fit as a fiddle and ready to go. The wonderful people at Wellness in Motion. Big thanks to Middlesex Savings. Of course, the Boston Athletic Association. They unveiled their brand new logo on Global Running Day. A fantastic new logo with so many interesting facts and figures about it. They've got some of their professional athletes here today, and we're looking to speak to them later. Big thanks to Sorrento's Pizza. just a moment, we'll have the next section of the elite races coming up, the men's 5K. We'll have 5 or 6 athletes that will toe the line.
Yeah.
So we just saw a world-class women's 800 with the top 3 running 1 minute 58 seconds. And Julianne, in this wind, I never thought that that would happen. That back straightaway, they must have been fighting every inch of that back straightaway.
Yes, I'm guessing they were. I'm hoping the conditions in Eugene won't be quite as bad when they're out there in a few weeks.
So 1 minute 58 seconds. 157.87 for McKay, a new personal best meet record. Dorcas Ewoy of Puma Elite 158.58. McLean 158.77. Schlottenhoffen 159.97, all under the meet record, all under the Olympic trials A standard. Absolutely staggering. So for those of you who are
now coming back for the
5K starts
men's
other end of the track,
5,000 meter start, starting at around the
And they'll take a 12.5 lap journey
200
around
over
the
there.
track and finish over here at the normal finish line.
As you can see on your screen. So it'll be about 12.5 laps on the track. Pretty far. Again, did not mention this at the start of commentary from me, but
So I can agree with you.
these are the top of the top runners, and they're looking to get into those Olympic trials. If you didn't hear Steve already say, our wonderful PA announcer, these runners are trying to get Olympic qualifying times today. And at the trials to qualify, the men's standard for the 5K is 13:25. So we have the white flag here for our timers, getting ready to go. Here we go to start. And it looks like we have a field of 4 here.
5,000 meters.
The men's
laps. Again, the meet
5,000 meters.
15 minutes and 20 seconds.
This event is brought to you by the Boston Athletic Association, while the 800 meters were brought to you by the Wellness in Motion in Boston. Again, that was a sponsor for the 800 meters.
In 8:05 to 8:10.
Pacer will be looking for an 8:20, 8:10 pace.
Fantastic miler, a fantastic track athlete himself. We also have Liam D from the Brooklyn Track Club, an Iona grad from Welwyn, England, multiple-time MAAC champ in the mile and 1500.
And then we have Spencer Frisky,
So we have
Smith athlete and a multiple all-conference at Swarthmore. And he also competed in the 2024 Olympic trials in the marathon in February down in Orlando, Florida.
So not entirely sure who we have
Michael
in our heats.
Still competing for Providence.
Looks like we have Liam D and Michael Morgan in this heat. So Liam D from Brooklyn Track Club and Michael Morgan from Providence.
And then Eli Marshowitz.
We have Eli Marshowitz from Battle Road Track Club.
ACC selection at NC State.
And from Providence, attending LaSalle in Rhode Island, U.S. #1 time.
And we have
senior year full-time USTFCC
DJ Princip from Providence.
Stanford. That's DJ Principe.
And up front is John Tatter to be pacing this men's 5K. So look to see what their 800 split is coming up. Coming up on 2:13, 2:14 through the 800. Again, keep you posted on their splits as we go through. Again, target time for Pacer is about 8:10, 8:20. Try to hit that Olympic trial time of 13:25.
2 minutes 45 seconds. The opening 1,000 meters.
2:25. At about the 1,000-meter mark.
Mixala still our pacer up front, taking the brunt of that back straightaway in the wind.
Excuse me, my mistake is McSumela, who is
Back
up
around
front
again on the main straightaway.
as a pacer.
Michael Morgan of Providence in second place. Again, an all Big East selection in cross country and in track. Moskowitz of the Battle Road Track Club, all AC selection, while at NC State. And we head down the back straightaway. We're going to be coming up on the mile mark.
So again, now coming up on mile 1, the 5K. In miles is about 3.1 miles.
4 minutes, 28 seconds or so through the mile. Unofficially, of course.
3:31 through the mile. About, so pretty good pace here.
Main straightaway.
Now, also worth mentioning that today we did witness a world record set here on this track in the
So 3 kilometers remaining.
in the
Final
mixed
2 kilometers.
1 mile for the Masters.
Interesting. We'll see some athletes starting to pick up that pace. Again, the loneliness of the distance runner is real, especially when it is a relatively smaller field on the main straightaway. This is the part of the race where if you do have a great pacer, and we do.
We had Jan Holmquist. It took me a while to pull up the results, but Jan Holmquist getting well under
and get towed around
8 minutes, but about 7:17, I believe, was her time, which was going to be the fastest time of her age.
In 4th place, heading down the back straightaway with the
So an incredible feat by Jan today. Great shout out to her. Mentioned her again when that feat was done, but I'd like to shout out her myself.
Stanford.
As that was an incredible race to see.
Won't hold that against them.
About 2 laps away from 2 miles to go.
Back around again
Or
on
2
the
miles up.
straightaway. McSalla of the Battle Road Track Club, our pacer. Moskowitz, his teammate, in third. And Principe now moving up.
So it looks like Principe is making the move into third. So a little bit of movement here and there, and then it'll be off the track for our pacer.
Well done.
Brought them through at about 7:20 around. So about 1 lap away till we get the 2 mile mark.
Principe now to the front.
So now Principe up at the front. Followed by D, then, followed by Moskowitz, then Morgan. Now it looks like Principe and Morgan are starting to pull away. Up at the front with Morgan now falling off a bit here with about 10-meter gap. About 9 flat through 2 miles, I believe.
Back around again on the main straightaway. Principe, our leader. And we'll have 4 laps to go.
Principe out in the lead. So we'll come up on 1 mile to go for Principe.
33 seconds.
9:33
to go. And now Principe starts to open up just a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, Principe now looking.
On Moskowitz of Battle Road Track Club.
Looking at about 5 meters on Moskowitz.
Morgan of Providence.
But again, Morgan just straying behind Moskowitz by about. That looks to be quite a bit here. Maybe looking at about 50 meters between Morgan and Moskowitz.
And once again, for all of you in attendance here today, just a reminder that Marathon Sports is here today selling all kinds of great meat merch. So if you set a personal best, if you found yourself sitting atop the podium, no better way to commemorate a fantastic day and with some meat merch. Head on over, see Adam, see AJ, pick out a logo or a design, pick out the softest
So it looks like they're going to be
I've ever worn. Bring home some merch.
Potentially shy of the Olympic trial time, but it's going to be.
To runners, walkers, and fitness enthusiasts.
Well, it actually might be pretty close. Coming through 3 laps to go.
And Moskowitz.
10:45. They definitely are pretty close to that now that I look at it. So now 3 laps to go. Again, Principe well out, having great stride with less than 3 to go, and Moskowitz not too far behind, potentially in striking distance. About 2.5 to go now.
And now we got 2
So
laps
800 to go for the men's 5K.
50.
Again, Principe up at the front with Moskowitz in second. Morgan coming up.
In second place, trying to close that gap. It appears that he is gaining ground down that back straightaway.
Moskowitz tightening up the gap with about 600 to go. 12:23 on the clock unofficially. And Moskowitz is starting to get back on the shoulder. He was within striking distance. Now he's moved up much further. Looks like he's going to make a move to slingshot around.
And here's Moskowitz now swinging wide to challenge on the outside. He'll take over pacing duties.
Taking up some energy to get up to Principe, so look to see what these two can do.
Moskowitz
with about a lap to go.
1 and 2.
And Moskowitz looking really strong coming through. Principe need to kick in a little bit to not let him get away.
And he's going to need your help, ladies and gentlemen.
Moskowitz definitely building up enough, plenty distance. Let's see if it'll be enough to get away from Principe in the final 200.
Down the back straightaway.
Seems like he's gotten about another 20-30 meter gap. Closed a 15 meter gap on Principe, then opened up a big one. Now cruising now to 200.
Far turn.
So they will miss the Olympic trial time, but it's going to be pretty quick. They're going to try to get
trying to dip under that
as close as they can to under 14. It's cutting it close, trying to get to the tape. It's right there. He's going to get 13:57 unofficially on the clock.
Principe.
With Principe coming down for second in the 5K.
In 14 minutes.
Under 14:10, 14:09 unofficially. And we have Morgan coming down the final 200.
Of Providence.
So officially 13:57 for Moskowitz.
To go now.
Principe 14:09. And now Morgan coming down the straightaway to get to the finish line to finish off the men's 5K. His time will be 14:44 unofficially. Be 14:44.44 officially for Morgan. And now close out the 3-man heat of the men's 5K. As we'll go on to the men's 1500, which will be starting in about just a minute. So we will keep it right here. Looks to have 2 heats, a seated and unseated heat. Gonna wait for confirmation on the order of these 2 heats. But again, congratulations to Moskowitz in the 5K with a winning time of 13:57.66. And again, that event was brought to you by the Boston Athletic Association. Check out their Instagram as they have just announced a brand new logo for themselves. They posted on Instagram on Global Running Day. What a perfect time to announce that logo. So take a look there on their Instagram. And again, we'll move on to the men's 1500, where that will be brought to you by Marathon Sports. And again, you're watching Bay State Running, powered by Marathon Sports. And our schedule here actually says that it might be our 1500 will actually start about 6:55 potentially.
Men's 1500 meters B section. The meet record is 3 minutes 38.20 seconds. The Olympic trials standard 3:37. And the Olympic
again, runners looking for the
In the B section,
Olympic trial standard is 337.50.
800.
That is what to look for today, again, for the Olympic trials.
And we're looking for those three gentlemen that just finished that 5K to please make their way themselves over to.
And we will also be showing off the award ceremony for the men's 5K once that is underway. That will most likely happen before the start of the 1500. As you can see there, we have our three runners of the 5K. And again, I believe we'll look to see Alan, the winner of the men's 800, look to be another pacer for this 1500. And this will be today's last event for the men's side, as we'll move on to the women's 5K and women's 1500 just after this. And those will be scheduled to go off at about 7:15 and 7:35 respectively. And we'll also give a quick shout out to our amazing crew here on the field, Steve, as well as our timers, Chris, there. So quick shout outs to them for a wonderful job today so far, as well as our meet coordinator, Steve. So great thanks to them for helping putting on this meet. Again, we are in the wonderful Emerson Playground here in Concord, Massachusetts.
And before we get to that B section,
and we'll quickly
1500 meters.
Looks like we're gonna have a quick interview with our men's champion of the 5K, so we'll send it down there.
Tonight, can you just tell us a little bit about what your goal was going into that?
Just breaking 14.
Well, you got that. How did it feel out there? I know the wind is quite treacherous on that backstretch, so how did it feel?
It wasn't too bad. It was great having the guys in there and Dan pacing. It was just perfect conditions. So.
What's next for you? What are you looking forward to this summer?
One more battle road meet next weekend, and then maybe some road racing. This was the big one for me. I was excited.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Once again, a big round of applause for our 5K champion, breaking 14 minutes. A fantastic achievement there. Again, in just a moment, we'll go to the B section of the men's 1500. We will do the introductions after the gun. One of the glory events of track and field. The men's 1500 meters.
So now here we are getting ready for the B section of the men's 1500. So we have folks of George Washington University, Aubrey of Bowell Road Track Club, Barron, who is running unattached, Cosgrove running unattached, Riley from New Balance, Gardner of Columbia, Lyons of Holy Cross, Lesperance of Trinity, Daly of River Road Track Club, Brown of Boston College, and Neary of unattached.
Representing Providence.
Again, those are your 11 runners.
Michael Morgan.
And we're going to send it to the awards here with Julia. We'll be right back.
And in second place, representing Providence, but also Heartbreak Track Club at a time of 14:09, DJ Principe. And your winner tonight, Eli Moshowitz, representing Battle Road Track Club in a time of 13:57.66.
Again, for those of you who have just wandered onto the Emerson Playground, have never been to a track meet, the men's 1500 starts across the track on the back straightaway.
now we'll gear up for the first section of the men's 1500. Be on the far side of the track near the 300-meter start. And again, we have Folks, Aubrey, Barron, Cosgrove, Riley, Gardner, Lyons, Lesperance, Daly, Brown, and Neary in this section. And there they are, underway.
1500 now officially underway.
Off to a cruising start. Let's go into the straightaway into the first turn.
A George Washington University athlete holds multiple school records in the 800, 1500, and the 5K there at George Washington. Ryan Florkus.
From the Battle Road Track Club, a graduate of Boston University up in Canada today, Marcel Aubrey.
Representing Boston College, a sophomore at BC, and was an indoor All-American in high school.
So again, we'll have Pacer up front for this heat.
Boxford, Massachusetts, running for
again, the time they're looking for is a 3:37 is the standard for the Olympic trials.
Riley, who's a senior at Northbridge High School and will run for Michigan this fall.
From Columbia, from Falmouth, a junior at Columbia, competing for Middlesex School in Concord, Caleb Gartner.
Pacer there looking as watch, make sure he's going through.
Country team at Holy Cross and also
look to see what they
rising junior.
All New England
went through.
NCAA Division III qualifier while at Trinity, Tobias L'Esperance.
Went through about under 60 through the 400.
And from the River Road Track Club, a graduate of St. Joe's, an IC4A and ECAC finalist, Ira Daly.
Hailing from Yorkshire, England.
See what they come through the 600
attended Lamar
in.
College, an NCAA regional qualifier in the steeple.
Actually, they actually just went through the 600. My apologies, about 130. And here, 143 is the unofficial time. See what they take them through the 800 in.
Meters. Coming through
so about 800, about 158, 159. So that's right on pace for where they need to be.
Boston College's
so
Alexander Brown, our leader down the back straightaway.
So it'll be Brown leading the way on this back stretch and into the turn.
Top 6 now starting to separate, single file. As we round that
so again, you'll have your awarded top 3
will be coming up,
as you've seen.
And we're seeing Marcus Riley move into third here.
And that's Folks, our leader from George Washington University.
So Folks leading the way, going through.
So final lap, back straightaway now, the top 3 separating.
So top 3, and then you have 2
I had the pleasure of seeing
in your
Marcus
5.
Riley, race just last week, and this kid has quite a kick, so we'll see what he has for us tonight.
And just when you say that, he moves into second place, inching ever so slightly closer and sitting right on.
So Riley in second, he's looking to have a big kick here, challenging the leader, and he's going to have a great kick.
Swing wide to come in front of Folks.
So moves right well ahead of Folks. It's going to be Riley charging down the straightaway, moving towards the tape. Folks giving him a challenge. It's going to be close. Folks trying to get up next to him. So we'll see what the official time is.
What a race that was right at the end there.
It's going to be Riley will take it 3:42.41. Folks not far behind. 3:42.47, excuse me. From George Washington University.
Up next.
Then Gardner 3:45.76 in third from Columbia. Excuse me, Barron unattached 3:45.76, as well as Gardner at 3:45.84. Brown 3:46.05. Lyons 3:46.48. Lesperance 3:48.57. Aubrey 3:52. sorry, excuse me, Neary 349.39, Aubrey 352.14, Cosgrove 354.48, and Daly 356.28 to round out that first section of the men's 1500.
Men's 1500. We'll have a pacer coming through at 155.
And now we're looking for the pacer coming at 155 for this heat.
Wearing hip number 1 from the Atlanta Track Club, a graduate of Division III Williams, where he set Division
And we
III
have
mile record.
Ryan of Atlanta Track Club, Salisbury of Empire Elite, Noble of New Balance Boston,
He was a multiple
Dahl of Empire Elite, Gilman of New Balance Boston, Malik of
Jack Salisbury.
Boston University,
Wearing hip number 3 is a two-time
Rizzo of
Division II
Georgetown,
national
Johnson of New Balance
champion,
Boston, Martin of
NCAA
UConn,
Indoor
Kelly of
Division
Empire
5K
Elite,
record
Coogan
in
of North
2021
Carolina,
from
and
New Balance
Anderson of
Boston,
North
Christian
Carolina.
Noble.
Wearing hip number 4 and representing Empire Elite, all academic, all Ivy League at Yale, as well as the Ivy League.
If I see this correctly, that is Will Coogan. I've actually had the pleasure of racing against him just once in high school, so it's great to see him in an elite race like this one.
Two-time Mountain West Athlete of the Year from New
Raced him in
Balance
the
Boston.
600 back in my senior year here, so
Wearing hip number 6, Boston University.
again, great to see him once again
Representing Boston
on the track.
University, a 2019 U20 gold medalist at the Pan American Games, representing Canada, Foster McCallick.
Wearing hip number 7 is an All-American in the DMR while at Stanford, currently running for Georgetown, Matt Rizzo.
Wearing hip number 8 is New Balance
Boston athlete, set the UVA school record in the 5,000 meter in 2023, Derek Johnson.
Hip number 9 is a 4-time All-American while at Trinity, now competing for UConn, Travis Martin.
Wearing hip number 10 is Empire Elite athlete, Colin Kelly, who is a 2-time Northeast Conference champ at Mount St. Mary's.
Hip number 11, Penn Relays 5,000 meter champion, 2-time ACC academic honor roll from North Carolina. And right here, give it up for Will Coogan.
Wearing hip number 12, also representing North Carolina, and recently ran the 5,000 meter bronze medalist in April at the Penn Relays, and he was first team All ACC this spring, Patrick Anderson.
And again, our pacer today, Ben Allen, taking them through in 155 in half mile. This is going to be an absolutely fantastic 1500.
So again, we'll be gearing up for the next section of the men's 1500. Again, we'll have a section of 12 runners here. Ryan, Salisbury, Noble, Dahl, Gilman, Malik, Rizzo, Johnson, Martin, Kelly, Coogan, and Anderson. Pacer will be trying to bring them in at about 155 will be the time to look at. And again, 3:37 is the time to look for to qualify for the Olympic trials.
Once again, up, off, and away we go. Men's 1500. Aiden Ryan, Jack Salisbury, Christian Noble, Nick Dahl, Sam
Again, the meet
Gillen,
record
Foster
is
Malik, Matt
3:38.
Rizzo, Derek Johnson, Travis Martin, Colin Kelly, Will
Also, the
Coogan,
Olympic
Patrick
time,
Anderson,
3:33.50
Ben
is that Olympic qualification
others.
time.
And that Empire Elite crew going right to the front.
So Pacer right up front, Empire from Empire Elite, taking up the pacing. And they have a giant crew of Empire Elite up at the front, 4 runners, including that Pacer.
Trials qualifier 3:37. The Olympic standard is 3:33.5.
Again, pretty good crew there
Some
for
of the
Olympic
athletes
Elite.
in this heat may be looking to extend their seasons by getting the Olympic trials standard tonight here.
And again, the
at
Olympic
Adrian
trials will
Martinez
be
Classic.
held in a couple of
Phenomenal,
weeks
ladies
at
and gentlemen. Elongating
Eugene,
their season
Oregon,
just a couple more
at the University of
weeks,
Oregon.
and to do it here. The Adrian Martinez Classic, always a fan favorite.
And again,
a
this event is
well-established meet where
brought to you
runners
by
can do
Marathon
just that.
Sports.
And here we go, coming around the main straightaway. Empire
And
Elite
here we go. We are going to
representing
be
well,
going
taking 4 of the top
into
5
the
places.
800
Foster Malek of Boston University tucked in there well.
very shortly to see
Duo
what
from
their
UNC.
pace is.
Always great to see them back.
Looking
It looks
pretty
like they're
good
trying to
here.
move up, a little bit,
Looking
so they don't
about
get dropped
155,
into that second pack
156.
Looking to come through
Maybe a little bit on the
155.
slower
They were
side.
just a tick behind that. Fantastic pacing job.
So great pacing there. And we got some great
And here's
movement
where we
up.
start to make those moves. These runners trying to position themselves where they can strike on that final lap. Single file now around that far turn, coming back around again, completing the penultimate
Now
lap.
pretty,
Come on, ladies and gentlemen,
pretty good
let's help them
pack.
out.
Coming up on the last lap to go.
Still leading the way in that black singlet is Jack Salisbury of Empire Elite.
So Salisbury leading the way in the front.
Georgetown in the 4x8, a LaSalle, Rhode Island grad, so he's local. We also have Sam Gilman from New Balance Boston in there. The
So
graduate of the
Salisbury
Air
up front,
Force
Gilman,
Academy.
then Noble are your top 3
Christian Noble,
athletes.
a 2-time Division II national champion.
And we are going to have ourselves quite a race here. Lots of
It's going
lots
to
of
be
men
coming down
kicking
to the
as
final
we get through that last
200.
200 here.
Half a lap remaining. Foster Malek of BU now moving into that 3rd spot.
So Malik moving into 3rd
Main
from
straightaway
BU.
now less than 100 meters to go. Powering away from a very
Straightaway
talented
here,
field
coming
here,
down.
Sam Gilman of New Balance
Again, the
Boston.
time needed is 3:37. We'll look at with interest right now. 3:33.
And he's
A
gonna
couple of minutes ago. He's going to be pretty close. 3:36, 3:37.
seconds.
Unofficially looks to see what the official time. He will make it. 3:36.76 will be the official time.
Standard.
And that will get under the meet record as well by about 2 seconds. Meet record was 3:38.20.
It's unfortunate for him.
And he breaks that 3:36.76. Noble in second, 3:37.84. Malik 3:37.87. Salisbury 3:38.14. You have 4 runners all under the meet record. Dahl 3:38.46. Johnson 3:38.50. Martin 3:39.80. Coogan 3:41.84. Ryan 3:43.22. Kelly 3:44.03. Anderson 3:46.95. Last but not least, Rizzo with 3:52.37. All runners well under 4 for the 1500 meters. So that will conclude all of the men's races for today. What a great set of races that we got to see there. Now we move on to more great races now for the women's 5K. That'll be coming up at about 7:05. Actually on here.
We've got a couple
I believe it
minutes
might be
before the next event on the
7:15
track,
will be
and,
the official start time.
our
Excuse
race
me.
director just walked by me and I
Yes,
had to pull him aside again because
7:15
I'm seeing athletes come across the
will
line
be
that are
the
so very
official
excited.
one.
Olympic
So
standards,
we're going to send it over to
meet
Steve real
records,
quick,
personal best.
our PA announcer,
Steve,
and we'll be
I
right back after
15 years ago,
that.
sitting in some dive bar where you pitched this idea. You had this idea, you wanted to create this elite meet, and I mean, 15 years ago, did you ever think that you would be here?
Well, this was the hope. It'd be arrogant to say I expected to be here, so no. But this is what we wanted, and Angel I think said it really well. Like this is what Adrian would have loved. It's incredibly competitive. People are going after it, but they just haven't having fun too, right? And so this is what we want to bring to the track as often as we can. A lot of fun and a lot of fast times. So, and you, sir, you ultimate cheerleader for track and field generally. You've been so supportive since the beginning, so we really appreciate that.
I just love how you're able to bring these super elite world champion athletes to your neighborhood. And it just inspires that younger generation, the community miles, the family 4x4. And it just, I think it really pushes those younger kids to, once you see a 337 or a 158, now they can do it, Steve. Congratulations, man.
And
Come on, one more round of applause for our race director, Steve Lane. Julianne, you have someone very important over there who's very excited about what just happened.
Yes, I'm standing here with our 1,500 meter champion. Sam Gilman. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I wanted to run well. Being born and raised in, Manchester by the Sea, Boston. Give it up for Boston. Let's go. Born and raised in Manchester by the Sea, Boston. And training with New Balance, Boston. Wanted to put out for my city, and this is a great event and just so much fun. So, thanks to everyone who. Oh,
sorry. Were you trying to get the Olympic trial standard tonight? Was that what you were going for coming into this?
I just wanted to win. And I knew if you come across that line first, you're probably going to be pretty pleased with the time. And my thought process is always, if you run to win, the time will follow. So, yeah.
Will we be seeing you in Eugene in a couple weeks?
Absolutely.
All right. Sounds awesome. Thank you. Best of luck. And thank you for your service as well.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Next event on the track will be the Boston Athletic Association Women's 5,000 meter run, sponsored by the BAA. And we'll do the event intros after the gun, as we do have 12 and a half laps to kill. And we'll also have a very special guest from the Boston Athletic Association to talk about their new logo and a whole bunch of new things that they have in the future.
And my top 3 men from the 1,500, if you could come to the awards area as soon as possible, that would be great.
Me neither. When is she still here? She must be, right?
That's right, top 3 men in that 1,500. Please report to the award stand. Top 3 men in the 1,500. Please report to the awards.
Well, I'm gonna grab some water. I'll see if I can find her. Okay.
So here we are now getting ready for the women's 5K. Again, the Boston Athletic Association sponsors the women's 5K. And here we are to start.
Up, off, and away we go. The Boston Athletic Association Women's 5,000 meter run, sponsored by the BAA.
So here we have Bethany Has of the Boston Athletic Association, Katrina Coogan of New Balance Boston,
15 minutes and 8
Esther
seconds.
Gitahi of who is unattached, Lauren Gregory of Nike, Erica Kemp of Rhode Island Track Club,
We do have a pacer coming through.
Inna Osher of Battle Road Track Club, Beverly Ramos, New Balance, Kate McCary of Central Park Track Club, Roberta Groner of Central Park Track Club, and Sophie Canteen of Empire Elite.
Bethany Haas, who's a 2023 Martinez Classic champ in 5,000 meters, so she's your defending champion, a 6-time All-American.
And that looks to be St. Pierre up front to be the pacer today. She'll be pacing everybody through 3K. Again, the meet record is 15:08, set by St. Pierre back in 2018. Olympic trials time is 15:10, and the Olympic time is 14:52.
Multiple-time All-American while at Arkansas.
Again, the 3K time St. Pierre is looking to lead them through is about 8:50 through the 3K.
And I'm going to announce our men's 1500 winners tonight.
I'm going to quickly send it to Julia with the 1500 meter winners.
Representing Boston University
is Foster Malik. Third is the left. And taking second in a time of 3:37.84, representing New Balance Boston is Kristen Noble. And your winner tonight, representing New Balance Boston, running a time of 3:36.76, Sam Gilman.
Back to that women's 5K. Also in this field, one of my personal favorite runners, only because she has ties to the BAA and to marathon sports. Now representing the Rhode Island.
Now coming through the 800 about 2:33.
Distance run half marathon champ, USATF 20K national champion, Erica Kemp. From the Battle Road Track Club, a 2024 New Bedford half marathon champion, Anna Osher.
So again, St. Pierre are going to be bringing them through 3,000 meters.
1,500, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, and the marathon.
Looking at for that time of 15:10.
Beverly Ramos. From the Central Park Track Club, Division III All-American.
And any runners who can get to that trials mark is going to be pretty darn close to that meet record too, which is 15:08, like I said.
49 age group represented us at Worlds in Doha by finishing 6th.
So pretty good pack of about 6 up front. We got a chase pack of 3 right behind.
At Princeton, Sophia Canteen, and pacing Ellie St. Pierre and Esther Gatahi. And they are leaders.
Gatahi is at the front, right behind St. Pierre.
And again, that is a world champion, American record holder in world indoors at 3,000 meters. Putting in some extra work as a pacer in this 5K. Our defending champion from last year.
And again, St. Pierre also ran the 800 today, running a 2:01.31, I believe, was her official time. So this already being her second event. Running a pretty good 3K here. And yeah, that looks to be Gatahi, then Coogan. Looks to be our top 2 runners. Again, your chase pack contains 6 runners with the chase with 3. Coogan looks to be trying to overtake Gatahi up there a bit. All in a row there, coming down this straightaway. About 5:15 unofficially on the clock.
Again, the first 2 ladies up front.
So it'd be Gatahi, Coogan,
unattached. Right
Kemp, Gregory, and Haas all up at the front
Katrina Coogan
with
from
St. Pierre
2000
pacing.
Boston, again, an 11-time NCAA All-American, a 2-time NCAA champion while at Georgetown.
And it looks to be Haas trying to make a move up past Kemp.
With Erica Kemp from the Rhode Island Track Club.
And sliding into third while you were talking, or sliding into first right behind our Pacers as you were talking there is the defending champion, Bethany Haas.
We saw that viral photo from last year where Haas was leading all by herself with a rainbow in the background. Last year, if you were here last year, we had torrential downpours, and then the skies, clouds parted, rainbows galore came out, and Haas ran a fantastic race to win the 5K. And perhaps she can replicate that feat here today.
Sitting behind her
Looks
is
to be
Lauren
on
Gregory,
pretty good
Gregory
pace.
representing Nike, as well as Erica Kemp representing Brooks.
So now Haas has moved up pretty well into the third position behind Gitahi. With Gregory sitting right behind Coogan. Actually, my apologies. Coogan has fallen off the back end of that front pack. She is now in the chase. You have Kemp at the back of that front pack.
Back around again on the main straightaway.
So now coming up pretty close to
Pierre, our leader,
3,000 meters soon.
outpaced her nephew to a fantastic race in the under 800.
So again, Gitahi, Haas,
Starting to break away
Gregory,
as Coogan
and
finds
Kemp
herself in what is called no man's land.
with Coogan
A
chasing.
very difficult spot to be in.
Those are your front pack chaser. You have Oster and Ramos coming through the line now. Then Canteen. And you have McCary and Groner working together from Central Park Track Club. And coming pretty close to that 850 mark. Again, to reiterate, the meet record is 15:08.
We have a little under 2K to go here.
So
We're just about on
less than 2,000 meters to go in the women's 5K. It looks like St. Pierre still leading the way. And this is where she's going to be dropping them off here.
Fourth and fifth placers to get back on that pace.
Of course, are in a park, so you may be hearing some dogs barking behind me. So,
So ESP has
of course,
stepped
right
off the
in a
track, her pacing duties done, a job well done
really
today.
interesting place to have this track here in a very recreational facility here. Again, we've got some softball and baseball fields here,
followed by Haas. Back around again
as
on
well
the
as some
main
tennis
straight.
courts right in
Come on,
front of me.
ladies and gentlemen,
So,
let's help 'em out.
very interesting facility, very nice facility to have here.
They're gonna need your help right here, right now.
And again, we have Gitahi leading the way here down this stretch. Coming down to the final laps of this 5K. So Gitahi, Gregory, and Kemp. Haas falling off those three.
From Brooks in the Rhode Island Track Club. Haas in fourth, representing the Boston Athletic Association.
So Gadahi, Gregory, and Kemp going through with 4 to go. And again, Haas, who is with the Boston Athletic Association, was keeping up pretty well with that front pack. Just falling off a bit as they are starting to break away here.
Gregory in second place from Nike, NCAA 3,000-meter runner-up in 2021, runner-up in the mile in 2023.
So Gadahi, Gregory, and Kemp going to be your top 3 runners for the women's 5K.
Just a stride behind
a little
her.
bit more depth here for the women's 5K than the men's.
USATF 15K.
Still an impeccable race for the men's with an incredible finish. Under 14 for Moskowitz.
3 laps to go. Less than 3 laps to go for our leaders.
Less than 3 to go. They came in at about 11:36 with 1,200 to go.
This is shaping up to be an absolutely thrilling finale.
So it's going to really come down to these 3 runners. We'll see who has the better kick.
Single file down the back
here.
straightaway.
Coming up 1K to go.
And Gayati is going to step off, and it's going to be Laura Gregory.
Gadahi is going to be stepping away, though. So now it's going to lead the way for Gregory or Kemp to take it.
Back around again, one more time.
So in third will be Haas.
Gentlemen, let's help them out. Make some noise.
So Gregory and Kemp, number 1 and 2. Haas in third with about 50 or 60 meters behind, as well as Coogan in fourth as your top 4. Gregory is starting to open up a little bit more from Kemp with again 800 go. So Gregory splitting a 72 on that one, with Kemp splitting 73. And again, after this, we will have the final event of the night, which will be
We'll be rounding that far turn, coming
the
into
women's
main straightaway,
1500.
completing the penultimate lap.
It's now coming
Main
down,
straightaway now.
making your way down the straightaway for 1 lap to go. Gregory from Nike with Kemp not too far.
While at Arkansas.
Gregory has opened up, but Kemp could be in striking distance.
That 15:10.
It's going to be,
14:05.
might be just off. They went through in about 14:03. Meet record is 15:08. She's going to have to close in about a 65, which is going to be pretty quick. She just went through in 74 for that lap.
Kemp also picking up the pace.
Kemp is picking it up. Looks like they're both pretty much even. Coming up on the final 200 to go. So 200 to go for Gregory.
And here we go, rounding that far turn, coming into the final straightaway. Now less than 100 meters to go. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together.
So now Gregory will be the 5,000 meter champion for the women's 5K in the high performance section. Coming down for the tape. And Kemp will be in second. Not too far behind, just 10 seconds off that meet record. 15:18, the unofficial time for Gregory.
And here comes our
And Kemp at about 15:20, 15:21. And now Haas in third at about 15:37.
15:37 for Haas. Coogan.
And Coogan in fourth, 15:41, the unofficial time.
And coming in sixth, Anna Osher, taking a time of 15:53.
So now fifth, Anna Osher. And looks to be Ramos coming in for sixth.
Let's bring the rest of our athletes home. That's Bethany Ramos of New Balance.
Again, live results, Gregory 15:17.99. She gets herself under that 15:18 mark. Kemp 15:20.29. Haas 15:37.17. Coogan 15:41.06. Osher 15:53.46. Ramos 16:17.19. McCary 16:24.38. Canteen still waiting on those official results here. It looks like McCary will round it out for that women's 5K at 16:24.38. And so now we'll go on to the women's 1500 meters. Should be starting at about 7:35, I believe. Yes, official start time will be 17:35. And there you can see Juliana speaking to our women's 5K winner. I believe we'll have her be ready for an interview shortly. But again, we'll move on to the 1500, which is sponsored by Marathon Sports, but we're going to send it down to Juliana.
Yes, I'm standing here with Lauren.
With Gregory for her interview.
Just won the 5K here. How did it feel tonight out there?
Oh, I feel good. It was nice to run in a chain for a little bit. It's always really hard, so it was nice to feel the grind with people rather than just being alone.
What has summer training been like for you this summer? Have you been training a lot alone?
No, I have my coach Ben True here who's been doing a lot of wind braking and a lot of laps paced on the track. So no, I have not been alone ever really.
That's awesome. What will we be seeing you next in? What's your plans for the summer?
Well, we'll see if that gets me to the trials because it's kind of the last few days. And then maybe hitting the trails for some mountain races over the summer. So shifting gears, maybe less grindy laps. Yeah.
Awesome. That sounds a lot more fun than going around in circles. So awesome job. Congratulations again.
Next event on the track, the final event on the track, women's 1500 meters. Meet record 4:09.33, the trials standard 4:06, the Olympic standard 4:02.
We'll have two sections for the women's 1500, sponsored by Marathon Sports. Heard a little microphone backfire there.
Here we have
but
our athletes walking to the line, fourth at the British Indoor
again, here we are looking at our first section of the women's 1500 coming down the straightaway. Again, that'll start at the 300-meter start line.
From the Atlanta Track Club, a two-time ACC champion at 800 meters.
We're actually going to send it down to Steve for introduction because he does a phenomenal job. So we'll send it over his way as they stride down to the start line.
The rest of the time is fine. From Nike, a two-time Ivy League champ in the indoor mile, Helen Schlottenhofen. A multiple-time All-Ivy while at Harvard, Under Armour Mission Run Baltimore, Abe Geldstein. An NCAA mile champion in 2017 and four-time USATF championship qualifier and finalist from the Atlanta NYC, Carissa Nelson. From Hopkinton, Massachusetts, all NEC runner while at Bryant from the Rhode Island Track Club, Mel Lodge. The Swedish under-20 champion at 3,000 meters in 2019 from Boston University, Vera Sjöberg. A top 10 finish at World Under 20 Cross Country in 2023 from the emerging elite team, Ellie Shea. A 2021 SEC 1500-meter champion for Florida, a 6-time All-American from the Atlanta Track Club, Gabby Wilkinson. Multiple-time MAC champion while at Eastern Michigan, NCAA runner-up at 5,000 meters for Eastern Michigan from the Very Nice Track Club, Alsu Lenneman. And we'll have 2 pacers, Presley Weems and Rachel Walters, again targeting 2 minutes 10 seconds through 800 meters.
And if I could have my women's 5,000 meter places 1 through 3 report to the awards, and they have a chance in the middle of the infield.
Again, Steve with a phenomenal job with those introductions for the women's 1500. And my mistake, we actually have only 1 heat for the women's 1500. So again, as he did those introductions, we have Leather of Under Armour, Ron DeFils of Boston Athletic Association, Barton of Atlanta Track Club, Berkson of Battle Road Track Club, Schlachtenhofen of Nike, Goldstein of Under Armour, Nelson of Atlanta
Final event of the evening,
NYC, Lodge of Rhode Island Track Club, Schoberg of Boston University, Shea of Emerging Elites, Wilkinson of Atlanta Track Club, and Very Nice and Lenneman from Very Nice Track Club.
Wilkinson and Lenman. And already we're single file, a very quick pace.
So again, the pacer is going to be looking for 2:10. Meet record here is 4:09. Set back in 2018. Trials standard is 4:06 with the Olympic qualifying standard at 4:02.50.
Pushing to the front.
So big pack for the Atlanta Track Club up at the front.
Association in the 6th position.
So it looks like Ron and Foles in 6th.
Berkson in 9th. Schoberg in 10th place.
Again, pretty quick with about 65. Pretty much on pace for that 400.
It looks like we have our 5K winners at the podium. Julianne, take it away.
Thank you, Steve. I'm going to announce our 5K winners for the night.
So we have our 5K winners hopping up on the podium now, but we'll keep it here for this final race of the day in the women's 1500. Coming down up to about 600.
Representing the Rhode Island Track Club, running a time
They're at about 140, 141.
And your winner tonight, representing Nike, running a time of 15:17.99, Lauren Gregory.
Pacer's coming off. That's in first is Wilkinson of Atlanta Track Club right at the front. Kind of strung along, so that will be looked about 210, 211, 212 through the 800. Now they're starting to pick it up.
NCAA Division III champ. She's your defending Martinez Classic champion in the 1500.
With less than
USATF Road
800 to go.
Champion. And she is now our leader as our pacer has now stepped
Wilkinson
off the track.
steps off.
Goldstein.
Again, you got 2 runners kind of out in the front with a full chase pack right behind them.
And they're on the main straightaway now. Completing the penultimate lap. We'll have one more time around.
Let's go, Edie.
So look to see
Ellie Leather in second place. A 2-time ACC champion while at Cincinnati.
So that's Rodenfels, excuse me, who is in first, very much in control of this race. She's looking to take this by storm. Look to see what the final time is. Again, the Olympic trials standard is 4:06. Going to be getting pretty close, but might be pretty far out. But might be out of reach. Again, Rodenfels gonna be trying to win this. They've
depending on if
Getting
Helen
pretty
can,
close.
Kick off that last turn.
Here, it's going to come down to the final straightaway.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Rodenfels has quite a chase. She's the defending champion in this race. And looks like Schottenhofen is going to be taking this race. 4:06 unofficially for Schottenhofen, who comes in representing Nike.
By 3 seconds.
So the official time for Schottenhofen under the meet record 4:06.78. Rodenfels 4:07.33. Way to close for them. Barton 4:08.67. Leather 4:09.13. Again, you got top 4 runners all underneath the previous meet record, which was 4:09.33. Schottenhofen just misses the Olympic trial standard by 0.78. It was 4:06 flat. Bergson in 5th, 4:09.68. Wilkinson 4:09.76. Goldstein 4:10.56. Schoberg 4:13.05. Lenman 4:21.02. Nelson 4:22.10. And Lodge 4:31.77. So that will do it for today's events at the Adrian Martin Classic of 2024. You've been watching Bay State Running, powered by Marathon Sports. And again, huge thank you to our sponsors. Once again,
And we'd like to have the top 3. Please report to the.
And those were Marathon Sports, of course. Wellness in Motion Boston, Mill 67's Baking, Sorrento's Brick Oven Pizza, Boston Athletic Association, and the Peace Network, and Duncan. So thank you to those sponsors, and amazing job to all of our volunteers and workers, to our referees. We're going to quickly send it for our interview, but that is all for me. Thank you. I'm Ryan Moore here with you. Again, Bay State Running, powered by Marathon Sports. So long and have a good evening, and tune in for this interview.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about what summer training has looked like for you this summer?
Yeah, so I just got back from Flagstaff on Wednesday. I did not. Did a little altitude sim, and this is kind of my last races before the Olympic trials. So training's been going well. I'm really looking forward to being there in Eugene in a couple weeks.
So we'll see you in Eugene in a couple of weeks. Do you know what events you're contesting in a few weeks in Eugene?
I'll be doing the 1500. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Helen. Congratulations again.
Thank you.